Welcome on in, everyone, to your favorite part of the week. It's Tech Friday. Imagine fancy intro here. There's probably somebody holding a microphone that they should be clipping on. Somebody outside holding that same microphone, walking towards the camera. Then, pointing at something that appears up over here, like a screen or a picture of a cat. I don't know, things. And then everything fades out. And back to me, where I say, on today's show, we're going to look at Twitch updates, threading Blue Sky, and a new writing tool that I've been made aware of. And then we dive into hardware and software that I use to do all this and function throughout the day. First up, Twitch updates. Yeah, so 2K streaming is now available for all Twitch affiliates and partners. As we can see here, where did my cursor go? There it is. Let me get all of you the link right there. Now, I've been in the 2K streaming beta since they announced it last year sometime. But now it is available to everybody. It requires enhanced broadcasting and is limited to partners and affiliates. So in OBS, you have to click on enhanced broadcasting and use that. It'll be in your settings, but they do a very good job of showing you where all this is, adjusting your settings. You're ready to stream in 2K. And then, sorry, my mouse is going everywhere. General, stream, and then you'll see this multi-track video part, enable enhanced broadcasting, give that an auto. So my setup screen looks a lot like this in the red box here, and has for a while. This really is easy mode for streaming. You don't worry about the bit rates and things like that. You just follow this guide and you'll be all set for streaming in 2K. I mean, you can watch this stream if you're watching live on Twitch in 2K right now. So yeah, they also announced that dual formatting is available for everybody. I don't think I turned mine on, or if it's on, I got to set that up better. I shut it off because I didn't need it for something. But so now you can stream vertical and horizontal on Twitch. This is available to all streamers. So unlike the 2K, which is affiliates and partners, this is available to everybody. Here's an example of what this looks like. They're using same thing I do, the ATOM vertical setup over here, and they do a pretty good job of explaining what it is, how to start it up, what you need to download. Again, it requires enhanced broadcasting in OBS. Just use enhanced broadcasting. It really makes your stream settings a lot easier, as they'll be optimized and stuff just works. Probably one of the best newish things you can select out of OBS. Again, I've been in the beta for this for as long as there's been a beta, but now it's out for everybody. And they have a lot of really nice instructions on setting it up. They even offer some best practices. They even tell you how you can monitor your performance. Want some inspiration, and they give you minimum requirements. So you can have an NVIDIA card, AMD, Mac, works on Windows 10, 11, or Mac OS. They give you your upstream bandwidth. So yeah, check that out if you're a streamer. There are some neat new things to play with. Really happy with that. And now the thing to not be happy about, and Brian, Urban Bohemian, posted this in my Discord, so thank you, Brian. Post on Blue Sky. That Twitch has activated AI stream summaries, and that's out in the wild. So if you want to get rid of it, you have to go into settings and stream. There's the post about it. Do your thing. Okay. And all right, as this person says, if it's not active on your channel, the option won't be there. So you'll have to be checking every now and then as it is rolling out to people. And there's the original tweet, or the original Blue Sky post here, but you are automatically opted in, so make sure you change out. I'm very glad it can be turned off at least. Yeah, same. I do not like opt-in at all, especially when it comes to AI. And that reminds me, I should double check my own thing. Hold on. Settings, stream. Make sure I don't see it. Okay, I didn't see anything weird pop up in my chat, and I'm not seeing it in my settings. So yay, I don't have to worry about it right now. But it does, again, it really sucks that I have to monitor this situation, go to that setting, see if it's there, turn it off, because for some reason, they want everything to automatically be opt-in, and that's just bad policy. All right, on to useful things. This is once again thanks to Urban Bohemian made a suggestion to check out something called Thread Sky. And if you're on Blue Sky, this is very useful. You copy URL. There you go. tbsky.app. It's very easy to use. And what this does is it will unroll threads on Blue Sky into one post. So you don't have to, look at the multiple posts, but it'll put them all in one thing. It's very easy to use. And we can take a look here. So unroll, find a Blue Sky post, and you just add a T at the beginning. So in front of where it's usually https:// you put the T right there in front of the B Sky, and then the thread will be unrolled. It's kind of neat. Or they even have a bot you can use. So reply to the post and tell it to do the thing. It'll get you a link, share it with others. There's multiple themes, easy sharing, fast and simple. Yeah, and we can view an example thread. So here's what an example thread looks like. You get this nice little box saying, the username, the account, all the sort of quick facts about the post. And then you get this rather nice, then you get this rather nice post. We'll have to, I see what's going on. And here's that whole post, but instead of, individual things like what you can tell 1 of 5, 2 of 5, it's all one nice thing. Now you can also do this with the Obsidian web clipper and the reader mode, and it will give you a wonderful looking thread. It won't give you that fancy info box that Thread Sky does, but it does an excellent job of unrolling the thread and giving you just the text in one long scrollable thing. So either way you decide to do that, that'd be fun. I kind of like having the little info box of who posted it up top. But the web clipper version, the Obsidian web clipper version, clicking on the reader thing I've shown off before, does a great job as well. All right, moving along. A couple of videos came across my YouTube feed about this, and a few months back I did a whole Tech Friday on writer tools. So here's another possibility. I have not used it yet, but just something to be aware of. It's called Decal. So go to decal.studio, and if it's interesting to you and you want to save some money, early access is only $107. And I say only, still a bit, but that's $50 less than what the normal price will be. And it's a one-time payment, no subscription, and you can see all the features at the website. Entire manuscript, every chapter, every note, one place. There's all the marketing things. Most other tools stop part way. This will allow you to also get your book in a format fit for publishing, so you can even see what it would look like on a Kindle or other devices and other formats. So it will compile your everything just like Scrivener, but then also you can put your manuscript together, and like instead of also buying Vellum or Atticus to get a polished print ready result, they're saying, hey, we're the tool to do the thing with. So if you are interested in, check it out. Again, I have not personally tried this. I just wanted you to be aware that there is a new option available in case you are looking for a new tool and just not happy with what you're using. All right, let's get into the big discussion of what on earth do I use to stream with? Yeah. So first of all, I'll go over the hardware. Again, this is just updating. If you have things you like to use while you stream, please put that in. We'll also be going over software I use to stream and software I use every day. So Also put those into chat. All right, so what lights me right there and there are Elgato key light, and between the Elgato key lights, right there, I have a prompter by Elgato, and behind the prompter is the Facecam Pro. Oh, I should say, this is not sponsored content by anybody. No money. This is just stuff I like. I happen to like a lot of Elgato stuff. So the green screen behind me is the Elgato Green Screen XL. There's the background here and all that fun stuff. Like, I can turn it off and you'll just see the green. I mean, yay, there. Look, it's green and it's a screen. Yeah, right. One thing I like about it is that it rolls down onto the floor, and then it's all one nice long thin thing. You don't have to constantly have it up and take it down. It's real easy, put up and down. And of course, I have my very favorite things by Elgato, or by anyone, perhaps, which are stream decks. They run the stream. You know, when I go to different windows, I'm hitting a button on the stream deck that's attached to OBS. Like that. Yeah, look at that. That's all on the stream deck. The amazing stream decks. Again, I have 3 physical ones, 2 of the digital versions, and then there's the virtual stream deck. And stream decks are lovely to help control your stream. And once again, if you don't particularly like Elgato or what Stream Deck does, look up macro pads. By telling you, you'll want something like a Stream Deck if you stream at all, or just want to be a little more productive. That you can get tools for some of your favorite apps and attach them to buttons on your Stream Deck. So even if you don't stream, there's still some value in Stream Deck to have. I mean, there's plugins for DaVinci Resolve. If you use Microsoft Office at all, there's various apps that you can attach to your Stream Deck that'll work with all that, and they are really lovely. So you could get a smaller one with the fewer buttons. Why would you want less buttons? I don't know. But yeah, get the one that fits how you like, or you can get the one for Android, the one for iOS, or use the virtual Stream Deck, whatever floats your boat. But that is what powers everything. I also use mine as basically a Discord channel guide. So I have all my most frequently visited channels in certain Discords are all just buttons on my Stream Deck. So when I'm ready to see that one, I can just press the button, go right there without searching through the Discord app, and you know, all the important channels I need to get to. And then from there, you know, once I'm in, or if I just want to look at someone's Discord, I will hit the button to the channel that I most often look at, and then I'll go to the Discord app on my desktop and go through their other channels. So that's really, really handy. If you want to, you could set it up to just be the general chat of everybody that you like. But yeah, and let me double check what that particular plugin is. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta switch what Stream Deck it's on. So yeah, this should just be the Discord plugin for Stream Decks. Yeah, there's a Discord plugin from Elgato, and yeah, and then there's things for voice channel, text channel. So basically, you would drag the text channel over to it. You give it a title. You tell it what server and what that text channel is. And then you have a button. It will automatically take the icon for that Discord and make it the background button. So I've been using it as a channel selection for a number of years now. Really like it. Also, another one of my favorite apps is the color picker, which you hit the icon. It looks like a little eyedropper. You go anywhere on your screen, you click it, and you instantly get information about whatever that color is. You can get the hex code or the RGB, whatever info you like about particular colors. So it is really fancy. I like that. So yeah, there's a lot of other things you can use a Stream Deck for other than streaming. But if you do stream, especially if you produce streams, look into the Stream Deck or any other of the macro pad things out there. You will be saving yourself a bunch of time and a lot of headaches by getting one. Those are always going to be my number one suggestion. The other company I have a few products from is Rode. My mic is their USB mic. And again, if you're looking for a microphone, go to YouTube, type in the brand name of the microphone, and just listen to a few audio examples. And if you like what you hear, maybe that's the mic for you and it's in your budget. I really like this one. I listened to a lot of videos on various mics, and I thought this one would do the best for my voice, and I am really happy with it. This is I want to make sure I get this right. This is specifically the Pod Mic USB, so it has both XLR and USB on it. Fantastic microphone. I really like it. And then this microphone feeds into the Rodecaster Duo, and the Rodecaster Duo goes into OBS. And so if you're doing audio, especially if you're doing streaming audio, I would encourage if you can get a hardware mixer, audio mixer, get a hardware audio mixer. I have the Rodecaster Duo. I've seen the Rodecaster Pro 2 in action a couple of times. They are great devices, easy to set up. It is a bit of an expense. There are some less expensive options. There's a company I like called Fifine that has a lot less expensive audio gear, but still pretty capable audio gear and just gear in general for streaming. So if you're just starting out and you want to save yourself a bunch of money, check out Fifine. I'm not sure how you say their name, but FifineMicrophone.com. They're pretty good if you're looking for more budget gear. I've liked what I've heard and seen on various videos with their gear. So it's awesome. But if I'm to recommend something, the Rodecaster Duo is an amazing piece of kit. I got plenty of sound pads. So, I have my sensor beep right there. That's great. Can you guys hear that? Yes, you can. Okay. So yeah, I have a sensor beep. The sensor beep is my top touchpad. These little touchpads they have on the side are amazing. You can program them for any audio you want. It's pretty good piece of gear. Also from Rode, and you can find all their stuff at Rode.com. RODE. The thing I got recently was the wireless micro, which is in this fabulous package. And so on craft day, when I gotta go over to the other desk, I'm plugging this into my PC. As you can see, it's 2 mics and a receiver. Again, there's this little plug-in thing. It's USB. I can plug this into the bottom of my phone and use these on my phone if I'm out and about. Small, slim packaging. So if I wanted to do an interview with another person, I would just hand them the other microphone in this, put this on me, set up my phone, hit the record button, and I have a little podcast going. And these sound pretty great. But I like these a lot. They're pretty cool. And when I shoved my microphone up, it's on a mic arm by Avermedia, which is at avermedia.com. They again have a bunch of tools available for streamers. I chose this arm because it's pretty flexible in what it can do. It has easy height adjustment. It feels solid. It's pretty bendy. I can move it around nice. You won't be able to hear me too well, but I'm going to lift up the mic and move it around just to show you. You're going to hear some noise because I'm touching the thing. If I can put it up here. Sorry, I'm trying to set it back to how I had it. Then I just lock it back in place. Twist it up a little more. There we go. So it's very handy. You can also use this to attach, say you have a small camera and you want to use an overhead camera and have a different thing. This arm is also good for that. Some mic arms, it's just going to be a microphone attachment. That's all. This one can multi-purpose. I really like that. And then on craft days, when I go over to the other desk, the overhead camera I'm using is a Insta360 Link. There's now a version 2 of that camera out. If you go to insta360.com, that's INSTA, they are wonderful little cameras that track you around like OBSBot and a couple others. I really like that, but it makes for a great overhead camera so you can see what I'm doing when I'm folding paper or I'm building the Gunpla model, showing it off. Love that little camera. It's great. I would probably get another one if that one decided to go go away. Where's it gonna go? It's a camera. It's not gonna move anywhere. But if it stopped working, also over there, I have a MacBook Air, so I can see chat and do a couple other things on it. And we'll get a bit more into what I do on the MacBook Air in a moment. And now we have this is just hardware focused right now. So other hardware I am using, I have a TCL NXT paper tablet for Next Paper, and that is going to be my focused writer device. But it's a really good tablet for reading and looking at comics on. It has different modes, so you can kind of get sort of an e-ink-like experience with it if you want, and then automatically switch it back to a regular color LCD instead of kind of the dull colors of current e-ink displays. That's great. And also, thanks to y'all for the Writer Deck station, I have this handy foldable keyboard I can take anywhere with me. By Gold Touch keyboard, can unfold it. It's lovely. Like it a lot. Real nice to type on. And I didn't bring it down with me, but another thing I use for e-reading is the Books Palma 2, which is a fantastic device. It's smaller than my phone, and I really like a lot of what Books does for tablets or for e-readers and things like that. And I like that they're open, that I can put whatever software, as long as it works with whatever version of Android is on the books. And the Books Palma 2 is great up on my nightstand for bedtime reading. Just read a little bit on it, and then I can easily put it down. I don't need a lot of space for it like a big e-reader. So it's quite handy. I really like it. And you can go to books.com to check out all their things. Well, so that's most of the hardware. Oh, one more hardware thing that I've been getting a lot of use out of is this photo printer. This has been great. I use it with my Commonplace book when I do Commonplace journals on stream. Turn it on. It has the ink slot here. Paper goes here. Special paper. This is the Canon Selfie QX20. I like this a lot. I think the colors on the Canon small photo printers look really good because they use a different process than most other places do, and just nice vibrant colors come out of this. All right, now we get into some software. So this stream runs on OBS. Still probably the best thing you can use if you're streaming or you want to do a screen capture and record it. OBS is wonderful for that. Plus with all the plugins you can do, nothing else really tops it. That's why I talk about OBS a lot. It's in my producer talk. It's simply what you should be using it if you stream. But there is another one coming up, constantly improving, that I talk about quite a bit, called Meld. They have some excellent features. And if OBS feels a little overwhelming, maybe give Meld a shot. And I really wouldn't go outside of either of those unless you have a real specific need for something else. But OBS and Meld are going to give you your best streaming experiences currently as of, June 2026. And the other thing that runs this stream, other than OBS, is StreamerBot, available at streamer.bot. It's a third-party bot, and it's real easy to program and do a bunch of things. Like whenever you type a command in my stream and redeem a channel point, like I type !DC to bring my stuff up, all that is in StreamerBot, and StreamerBot talks to Twitch and a bunch of other places. Hi, Kitty. Yes, hi. And there's other bots that do this. So there's Mix It Up and Atom, and a lot of others. So you can kind of pick and choose. I happen to like StreamerBot, so that's the one I'll be talking about the most on here. Very good. And if you're looking at bots, I would suggest using like a third-party bot that you can program, and a bot like SiriBot that can kind of keep track of your chat and, you know, have some rules to make things a fun, safe space for everybody. I gotta take care of my cat. Just a moment. Be right back. Come on. All right. Sorry about that. Hannah was being a little nuisance. So, and she's okay. All right. What was I on? StreamerBot. Right. Okay. Oh, hi, kitty. All right. Well, now you gotta be on stream. Yeah. Come here. This is my kitty Hannah. You're new here. She's full of beans today, right? Lady says hi again. Hannah puts up with me. Oh. Okay. All right. Come on. Okay. Be right back again. All right. Kitty interruption number 2 for the day. Okay, so back to software. When I'm producing an actual play and we have a bunch of the other callers, the other people coming in, I use Zoom. It has so far provided the most consistent video signals. Plus, a year or so ago, they added closed captions. So if you put captions up on your stream for people to read, you can just pop out the caption window and capture that separately and put that into your overlay in OBS. And it works wonderfully. That way, people are in one place and they don't have to also figure out getting into Google Meets and turning that on. And then you're using, you know, the Google Meets caption window to capture it. You're not doing all that. People aren't going to 2 places and having to realize to mute their mic in separate places. They can use Zoom, do it all in one place, save yourself a giant amount of headaches. Very, very easy to use. So use Zoom. The other thing, if you don't want to use Zoom, consider trying Video Ninja. That's Video Ninja. It's a pretty great service. It's always improving. It's free. You can get multiple callers in. I should really give it another go. The only thing is it's peer-to-peer, so both people's internet has to be solid for the connection to work, but they've added some things to it to kind of help with that latency and help with someone who has a not as good connection, whereas Zoom takes the incoming video, puts it up to a server, and then that comes down to you. That's why that video can be consistent. Video Ninja is just you to your friend, and and plus you're also having 4 or 5 people come into your machine as well, and so you'll need make sure you have a machine that can handle all that coming in, where Zoom kind of takes care of that bit for you, that video transcoding for you, and brings it on in. But you can do a lot with Video Ninja. It's a very neat app, I should say, and has a lot of functionality to it. So check it out, and if it works for you and you get consistent results, by all means, give it a go. The other bit of software I use while I'm streaming, when I have music during the BRB screen or the just starting screen, the end screen, that is almost always running a album through VLC, which has been around forever. I don't know. You go to videoland.org to download, and you can get the VLC media player. It's very useful. It can play all sorts of audio and video files. I highly recommend it. So, I purchased an album off of Bandcamp from Backing Track, and they allow you to use their music for streaming purposes, royalty free. And so I just have that running through VLC, and that's what you hear when I'm on break and before and after the stream is just one of those albums playing through VLC. Quite wonderful. Okay. One more software thing to talk about that keeps everything that I do running, and it's the one piece of software I haven't talked about today. What could it be? What could I possibly talk about? What piece of software is there that's been off this list? Well, if you haven't been here before, or you haven't figured it out yet, I'm talking about Obsidian. Like when I was showing you all the links and everything earlier, It was all through Obsidian. I know, shock face, right? I prep all of the Tech Friday notes in Obsidian. I do the most of the creative work I do is in Obsidian. Everything I do for charity streams and all the TTRPG stuff, it's all built in Obsidian. Obsidian's free. Markdown's easy to write in. Just use Obsidian, y'all. So go to obsidian.md, and hey, Obsidian, if you're looking for someone to, so maybe you want to sponsor a stream, and you're looking for someone to say nice things about you, and you're willing to pay them, talk to me. Yeah, we can do a deal. Yeah. All right, but Obsidian I use for everything. What I like about Obsidian is that it's local. All your notes, I write everything in Markdown, and if Obsidian were to go away, I still have all my files and folders. All my files are just in Markdown, and I can put them in any text editor. So that's the beauty of Markdown, not just Obsidian itself. But Obsidian makes it easy, and you can make Obsidian kind of whatever you want. Like if you just want a media vault, there's a community plugin to make Obsidian into a media vault, and you can just use it that way. Now I have multiple vaults that do various things. Like all the TTRPG projects I do are in one vault. Tech Friday is in a separate vault. My home game is yet another vault because I don't want that stuff going everywhere. So I have 3 to 4 different vaults. I'm trying not to make too many to be overwhelmed by them, but if you're looking for a Notion-like experience and you want something for free and you don't want to deal with Notion, Obsidian is a good alternative. There's some vaults that I don't use anymore, and so what I've done with those is since they're just folders on my hard drive with files in them, I move them off to my another portable hard drive that I don't keep attached to my computer, but when I want to preserve something, I'll kind of put them there. So it's off my main machine, and then if I ever need that data, I can go back in and go, hey, Obsidian, this is where this vault is. I need to see it now. So that way my main machine with Obsidian on is organized and everything, and my, as I said, TTRPG campaign vault, which !vault in chat, takes you to my GitHub, but that was built in Obsidian. It's meant to work with Obsidian. But you can also use the file structure or the folder structure anywhere, and the files are all in Markdown. So if you just want to use the outlines in your favorite text editor, you can do that too. Bonus plug for me. Did you think I wasn't going to talk about Obsidian? I mean, really, come on. All right, so that is the current list of hardware and software. Oh, I was going to talk about what I use the MacBook Air for. Nowadays, Video Ninja has this really neat feature. Like, if you're just using it between 2 computers on the same on the same wireless network, on the same Wi-Fi, you can set it up so that you have a camera on a different machine, and you feed that signal to Video Ninja, and then you take that URL and you put into OBS as a browser source. Then OBS will have that camera view, and that's what I do when I go over to that desk. Is that on the MacBook Air, I have Video Ninja works in web browsers, so I fire up Chrome, I point it at Video Ninja, and I have a little URL I use for that camera, for the overhead camera. And then I come over to my main machine and I tell OBS in a browser source, hey, OBS, look at this browser source, and goes, okay, cool, I'll look at this browser source. And it shows the camera on screen. So, I mean, you could put a couple cameras in there. So if you're just doing it and it's all on the same network, that's a pretty good use of Video Ninja as well, just to have different cameras up and different views up. It's lovely. I should also say I like the MacBook Air as my travel device when I need to get work done. That goes with me. I like it better than, say, an iPad or something, because sometimes I just need to do work, and I really like Mac OS for when I'm traveling. And my main machine, the machine you see me on, is Windows. Yeah, however much longer that's going to be true for, who knows? But otherwise, when I'm around, I don't. When I'm out and about, I don't like tablets. I really didn't like an iPad or a Android tablet to kind of do work and check things on. So I take the MacBook Air when I'm traveling and there's the possibility that I need to get stuff done or give a presentation. It's going to be on the Air. Mac OS just works better for all of that. But that's a personal preference thing. But that's what I use it for. But yeah, I think that's all the hardware and software that keeps all this running. Oh, I should mention these lights here. I have a light here, over here, that lights the top of my hat, and a light over here that lights the green screen. And those are just photography lights. I got them on a sale off Amazon. I don't know how many years ago now. They're LED lights. Just set them up, turn them on, focus where have this one turned and focused on the green screen. Have this one focused on my head, so to give me a little separation from my background. And if you want a more detailed description in lighting, go to my YouTube, check out previous Tech Fridays, because I guarantee there's at least one or two all about lighting and setting up lights and things like that for a single person stream. All right, now I wanted to get into some stationary stuff that I've started using that just runs my life now too. First up is Field Notes guides. Yeah, Field Notes. This is my home game Field Notes book. So when it'd be easier to just write something down in pen and paper, I'm using Field Notes. I really like them. They're small, they're thin, they're pocketable, easy to use. I use them for projects like my handy D&D 5th edition 2024 rules reference guide. Just pasted these into a Field Notes book, and as you can see, this I can show you this using the freely available basic rules from the SRD stuff. So yeah, I really enjoy Field Notes. And the pen that I've started taking with me, I have a Lockbee wallet, and I have a pen in there that I always keep in there to write on that little notepad. But right now, one of my favorite pens to use is the Space Pen. Ooh, Space Pen. Yeah. So you open it up, it writes really well, and it's compact. Then you flip it like this, and then you have more of a full-size looking pen. The ink flows really nicely. I like it a lot. The one downside to it that I really enjoy on pens is there's no rubbery grip thing on here, which is fine. It actually is probably one of the few pens without a rubbery type grip thing that I really enjoy using a lot, because it just writes so well. But yeah, Space Pen even comes in this neat little case. It's by a company called Fisher, Fisher. And you can see the box it comes in, all astronaut-y. And when I am traveling to conventions and I know I'm running a game there, if I don't think I'll have access to power, or I'm doing a lot of game sessions, let me put this stuff down. I will bring along this handy dandy folder. It's a Kokio. I got it off JetPens, of course. Oh, it's green. Let me turn off the green screen. Green screen off. Green's my favorite color, so I'm going to get green stuff. And I know it's not going to look great on camera when I have my green screen on. I don't care. All right, so I have this folder. It's really nice. What I like about it is that you can get pockets, or you can get these folders, and then you just slide them in here, and you get a pack, like, I don't know, six of these sheets come in a pack. There's always this cover sheet for some reason, but you can fill them front and back with paper if you want, whatever you need. These are the D&D basic rules, and so if I have an adventure or something, I can put it in here. Take this. This is really nice, solid folder. Plus, you can get a little pouch where you can put extra things in the pouch as well. So I'm still really liking this. This is enough for a convention. But the other thing I'm working on is to make more adventures and things in the zine format, or possibly pasting them into field notebooks. And so, again, I go to a convention, I go want to play D&D, I throw out some field notes guides that have different classes in them, and one of them has the adventure, and I just run it through, a couple of field notes guides, right? But that's the current experiment trying out. But depending what I need, right? If I need a lot of stuff, I'll probably be using this, because I can use these little tabs to mark the different sections. I think I can hold. This will hold. I know it holds more than 100 pages, so 100 pages of stuff is pretty good, especially if you're running a couple adventures. Also, you could get more of these slidey packety things, and just have these packets prepared for different adventures and slide them in and out as you needed them throughout the day. But I do like having just the one folder, and then extra stuff I need. I'll put dice in this back pocket here and things. And so if I don't have access to electricity and my MacBook Air and Obsidian, put it all here. And that's another thing. As I mentioned, I run my home game off of Obsidian. All my notes, everything is all in Obsidian. But Obsidian isn't stationary, and we're talking about stationary. So that's another thing. All right. I think that will wrap up all the things for today. Oh, I've talked much longer than I meant to. We should have taken a break a while ago. So we're going to go take a break now. And so let's do the outro. Yay, outros. If you're watching this later on YouTube, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next week for another awesome episode of Tech Friday. You can look at more videos over here, and subscribe to the channel over here. Do the things. That'd be great. And I will see you all next week.